How's it going, everybody? Just wanted to kind of show off the gauges that I have installed. I got this gauge pillar from LMC Truck. It doesn't really come with instructions when you buy it, so you just kind of have to make it fit. You got to pull this whole trim piece out of here. Right, this is a 1994 Suburban 3/4 ton. Really, any Suburban in this body style, it should fit. But I have a pyrometer for my exhaust gas temperature, which is working. It's just not drilled into the manifold yet. I got to get that installed, but yet to work that. I have my transmission temperature gauge installed and my boost gauge. This is a mechanical boost gauge. But so all that's wired in there. They're just kind of pushed in there, right? Pull them out. But all the lights work. I don't know if you can see it, but lights are on in there. Right, that's all wired in. I tapped into the fuse box here with these adder circuit things. So what it does is it basically just plugs into where the fuse goes, and it has an extra spot for the fuse that you want to add a circuit to. So you maintain the original fuse and then add a fuse for whatever you're adding, so you don't overload the electrical system. Oops. And over here I have fuel pressure gauge, and I have oil pressure gauge, because I don't really trust the oil pressure gauge on the dash, although they are pretty similar. Fuel pressure gauge, this is measuring 13 psi right now. This is a Carter lift pump I bought off Rockauto. It's the 4601 model, I think. It's in the universal tools section. But I got the fuel line kit going to it, and then it goes out to the firewall above the gas pedal, or the throttle, I guess. It's not really gas pedal. But, and I also have the oil pressure switch, or not, the pressure gauge going through the same hole. I just put some heat shrink around that so it wouldn't chafe. And then boost gauge is tied into the top of the manifold there. Just drill the hole, put it in there, and then, I don't know if you can see it, tucked down in there. I just made some fittings to use the hole that the oil pressure switch comes out of. And exhaust gas temperature just kind of sitting there. I got to drill the hole. I know this is not accurate or permanent at all, but I don't really have any crazy mods to this thing, so I'm not really worried about frying my engine at this point. I just wanted to get it all installed so that this whole pillar could go up. It's secured with a couple of screws, right? One there. There's one up here. Get the camera to focus. And then I got a couple, or I got one down here. Yep. So in order to get all those wires to run through here, I had to pull up the speaker cover here, get all the wires to run down there, and then they all go underneath the dash, and then they kind of go every which way. So underneath the steering column cover here, everything, right? So yeah, that's kind of my setup, and it works for me. The only thing I really need to do is get that exhaust gas temperature probe installed, which I'll probably do a video about later. But that's my setup. Take care.